Is there a perfect anime character? Yeah, of course, there's characters like Saitama that have the perfect punch, Goro-sensei, who is the perfect teacher, or Loid Forger, who's the perfect spy. But none of them are truly perfect. All of your favorite anime characters, regarding how perfect they may be, all have flaws. Well, all of them besides Sakamoto, a typical high school student in class 1-2 at Gakabun Professional Academy who just so happens to be a prince amongst men, capturing the attention of his classmates, teachers, and even select parents, with feats that extend beyond what even the most talented people are capable of. When he had to go to class, he was stylish. At class time when he was sitting in his chair, he was stylish. Even when a teacher made him stand out in the hallway, he was stylish. Sakamoto was stylish in almost every way imaginable. Because of this, many have speculated how Sakamoto has achieved this level of perfection. Is he a god? Or maybe he's an alien? Or maybe, just maybe, he's dying at the hands of an illness. That's oddly specific, but how could Sakamoto be dying? I mean, look at him. Does Sakamoto look like a man that's dying? Unfortunately, I believe that Sakamoto, the perfect man, is attempting to become a long-lasting memory for his classmates and friends before he passes away. What led me and many others to this theory is what's on the cover of the final manga's chapter, which depicts Sakamoto in a locker, positioned like a corpse. While this could just be there to show that the series is ending, the show is giving us plenty of reasons for us to ensure that this is not the case. For one, it is implied on multiple occasions that Sakamoto has to visit the nurse's office frequently, potentially insinuating he needs his vitals checked regularly due to a terminal illness. They first reference this in episode 8, when Sakamoto claims he has never seen snow. While there are places in Japan that receive snow less regularly, it's unlikely that a Japanese student has never seen snow. Therefore, we can infer that Sakamoto has likely been indoors for long periods. What later reinforces that this was likely due to medical issues was a quote from the final episode. After Sakamoto was asked if he had any regrets, he commented, "If I did have any regrets, it would involve the precise number of holes in the nurse's office ceiling," implying that he has been there frequently enough and gotten bored enough to count the ceiling's holes. This would align why Sakamoto often ignores women's advances towards him. He couldn't stand to start dating just to put them through the pain of losing someone. Sakamoto put on this charm towards the end of his life to imprint an everlasting positive memory onto his classmates, to remember him not as a diseased person, but a person who has contracted a disease. So there you have it. The entire series, Sakamoto is on the verge of dying. Sakamoto was stylish in almost every way imaginable. Because of this, many have speculated how Sakamoto has achieved this level of perfection. Is he a god? Or maybe he's an alien? Or maybe, just maybe, he's dying at the hands of an illness. Wait. Sakamoto can't be dead. In the OVA, we see that Sakamoto was recruited by NASA to become an astronaut. Hell, here's Sakamoto signing his name with a rocket. So if he's not dead, why would we think he's an alien? Funny enough, that's not the question we should be asking. What we should be asking is why the creator, Nami Sano, wanted us to believe he was an alien. Alien imagery is everywhere throughout the show. To help his classmates look at the brighter side of their class balloon exhibit, Sakamoto pretends to be carried away by aliens, which many surprisingly believe. He then manipulates the balloons on the ceiling into a literal crop circle. This alien theme continues when Sakamoto attends a mixer, where he professes his goal after high school is to help humans colonize distant planets. And as the questions continue, Sakamoto accidentally breaks character when someone asks if he believes in aliens, to which he responds, in a broad sense, "We are all aliens ourselves." While this was a stylish way to circumvent the question, Sakamoto messed up when he said "we." Sakamoto rarely groups himself alongside others, often awkwardly referring to other people as humans. But to this question, which simply requires a yes or no, Sakamoto opted for the "hey, aren't we all aliens" approach. And beyond consistently referring to people as humans, Sakamoto has missed other social cues that most humans would understand. Most of the time, Sakamoto is oblivious to the fact that other girls even like him, often standing in confusion, questioning what is going on or running away. In one instance where a girl was very persistent, instead of telling her no, he instead conducted a social experiment on her by making her think he was possessed. Sakamoto consistently shows us that he's better than humanity, likely because he's not even human. So as you can see, there's no better proof of Sakamoto's perfection than him being an alien. Sakamoto was stylish in almost every way imaginable. Because of this, many have speculated how Sakamoto has achieved this level of perfection. Is he a god? Well, of course he's a god. I mean, look at him. Okay, maybe don't look at him, but the message still stands. Sakamoto is a god. More accurately speaking, I would like to propose that Sakamoto is an Itagami, which is a kami or deity who is a human being. The traditional Japanese belief, or Shinto, believes exceptional people such as charismatic leaders or tribal chiefs can become human deities and achieve special powers and abilities beyond that of an average person. Well, what does Sakamoto have that makes him so great? He's quite literally perfect and stylish in every way that he interacts with others. This divine charisma extends beyond the normal boundaries of just another charismatic person, as even people who are notoriously selfish or self-centered bend their morals to fit Sakamoto into their worldview. After a boy-hungry girl in his class meets him, instead of continuously flirting with every other boy in class, she states that no other boy deserves her time besides Sakamoto. After a snobby classmate who only wore designer met Sakamoto, he learned that all he ever wanted was attention and professed his desire to become a stand-up comedian. After a delinquent continuously attempted to harass Sakamoto throughout the series, he finally learned to be himself from Sakamoto and began a new pursuit in surfing. Sakamoto is the embodiment of perfection himself, but also can perfectly see through the facade of others and guide them onto the right path. His divinity would also help explain his grandiose statements about humanity and the novelty involved. As a deity, Sakamoto stands far above that of humanity. Therefore, making statements like this is completely normal to him. One in particular that caught my eye was, "Humanity is becoming interesting," implying he has and will see humanity for longer than the typical human's lifespan. And for special powers beyond charisma, have you seen Sakamoto? He can Rubik's Cube a block of tofu, convince people a drawing of a watch is an expensive watch, perfectly play the arm saxophone, accidentally depict the birth of Venus, and somehow manage to be the most athletic person in his class. And there you have it. We have finally and officially determined that Sakamoto is without a shadow of a doubt a god. Oh, come on. Sakamoto was stylish in almost every way imaginable. Because of this, many have speculated how Sakamoto has achieved this level of perfection. Is he a god? Or maybe he's an alien? Or maybe he's dying at the hands of an unbearable illness? Or maybe, just maybe, he is simply a man. A man with a charm of 1,000 men. A man with the dexterity and strength of Bruce Lee. A man who is seemingly perfect in everything he does, standing as a shining example for people everywhere. Regardless of who Sakamoto is, he was certainly cool, cooler, and of course, coolest. And with that, stay curious.